I knew Rockefeller when he only had 1 barrel of oil. And now he controls the entire output of oil for the United States. Now there's Andrew Carnegie. Do you know Andrew Carnegie, Harry?
Well, he spoke to me once.
He spoke to you? What did he say?
He told me to get out of the road.
I started off as a dancer, tap dancer. I started going to college and I got bored with that because the music was kind of taking over, and my sister lived up here in Minneapolis. I called her one day. I was like, I'm getting sick of the scene. She's like, well, come up to Minneapolis. There's tons of music up here. You can, figure it out.
It's going.
Honestly, we didn't. We were coming in here with our minds blank. Larry and CJ and I are all jammers, so I hope to jam with them for a period of time and then go in and look at those jam tracks and pick out a groove and then go from there.
You gotta come and put a baby robin back up in its nest.
Oh, really?
Yep, come on.
I don't know.
It's right here. It's still alive.
Oh my goodness.
Now, you can, as long as you just put it back up real quick. The mommy robin is like totally trying to feed it. You could lift it up and put it right.
The nest is like, it got blown over or something.
It's kind of falling over.
Is the thing. Okay. All right. Fine.
Wow, cool. We saved a baby bird and found my inner child. We really don't know what to expect here. We're really coming in with an empty head and try to birth something and see what happens.
I was telling Larry that the first 10 minutes were magic. Ryan Seacrest here with the Flad band, Jason Fladager and his band members. So, tell me your greatest rock and roll story of all time.
Legal one? Illegal. Oh, I saw the biggest pile of cocaine I've ever seen in my life after we got off the Bonnaroo stage at the first Bonnaroo. The Big played there, and we were the first band of the first Bonnaroo Festival, Manchester, Tennessee. Played the show, killed it, walked off the stage, went backstage, pile of cocaine, for real. But I left. I didn't do any cocaine. The thing about alcohol is, it's not, it's the time between when you're like drunk. You're drunk here and you're drunk here. This time in between is the time of depression, and you think, and things suck, and you make up these things in your head, so you go get more booze, and then you feel better, and the whole thing continues. Now, I don't drink, so there isn't this place where I go get depressed anymore. I'm excited about, first of all, just being me. So now I'm super energized. I like who I am, and it's kind of a reviving of myself.
Yeah.
As I was finishing up my biology degree, I met a bunch of people here that I got an audition for Wookiefoot. And so right after I was done, nailed the audition, came back up, moved up here to play with Wookiefoot. And I was making a little bit of money, but not very much. And my wife was like, you should be a teacher. And so I'm also a biology teacher in St. Paul Central High School.
Okay, so
I have kind of both things going on at the same time. And it's great because I get to use my entire brain. It's not, my life is, half teaching kids about meiosis and biology and half playing music.
I was in a band called Gold Standard for about 5 years, and it was a funk brass band. And we were recording our second album called Haircut. And we recorded it in Mankato, and the studio that we were in had no air, and it was like midsummer. It was like 100 degrees in the studio. But I think we all just got pushed out of our element and just really created something so beautiful. One of my favorite albums I've ever made. But, you know, we would do 3 takes of each song, and we had a 2-day lockout, and we got all the songs done, you know, probably 8 hours.
Well, that's what we need today.
Yeah, so we got that.
It is a spiritual experience when something happens that's unique in a moment in time. I mean, the creative energy of playing with people that you enjoy being with and creating something in a moment together, there's really nothing like it.
The thing is, oh, that's such a funky thing, though.
Yeah, it's like a genuine audience that you can count on.
Yeah.
That you know it's really working. In the song, there's the A part, which is a funk beat that we're doing, and then it goes to this B part, which is more of a disco flow part, where I think would be good for a guy to throw some lyrics down, and then for a girl to throw in like a hustle and flow kind of a hook. Yeah, you know, paying money for the rent or whatever it is. I forgot what the song is. Yeah, my wife hates this shirt because it's got stains on it, and but we're doing a video later, so I just grabbed this. It felt like the right thing to grab.
Yeah. Are you a Padres fan?
No, but I'm not. I mean, I wear a lot of jerseys. I wear a lot of Twins jerseys, but only because I like wearing jerseys. It's kind of funny because the bass player in the Big Woo, what I used to play with, his name is Padre. I mean, his nickname is Padre Peenbeak, but he's go by Padre. Yeah. So it says Padres, and we put an apostrophe here, there, and then I had a leash on it. And it's kind of, you know what I mean? Get this rhythm down.
Yeah. Wow. I love too much. I can't stop. Feel better when I feel the bite. I love too much. I can't stop. Feel better when I feel the bite.
And isn't that why we go to concerts anyway, to kind of lose ourselves and become more part of something greater that's going on between whatever spirits? And audience comes because they come because of the music, and that is the reason why they're there.
That's the attraction.
Yeah, it's the attraction, not the light show, not the circus, you know,
flamboyant solo or whatever,
or dressing up like Halloween. It's really just people playing music and forgetting about themselves for a minute. That's why we go to church. It's inspiring.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm a guy. What kind of sound are you feeling? Are you doing like a complete overdub or just kind of adding?
I want to put some of this walking there. See what happens. Cool. That goes there.
So salad.
Some fiber. I'll
And
move things along for you.
meat slice.
You might have a better take in you, but I love the part.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. That was sick.
Nailed it.
Now, should we do that again at the end? The second one? That was awesome.
Badass.
Drummer in my band, Matt, the whole band was living in a hotel because they were moving out of the group house that they lived in. So they were all living in a hotel for like 3 weeks. And one night, in the middle of the night, the bass player at the time woke up and looked over at Matt, who was asleep, and he saw like a shimmering thing above him, and there was like something coming out of his mouth and going into this shimmering thing. Yeah. And he was like, "Whoa!" And Matt woke up, and the thing like got up and like drifted out of the room really slowly. And Matt was like, he was dreaming that he had like a spider on his neck that was like sucking his blood out of his neck. Beer. It was a soul succubus. Cold beer in one hand, hot babe in the other, and I'm fine to that. He was sitting in the room with his cat, and his cat, he looked over, he saw a disembodied, like it was just like a top half of a torso, and the cat saw it and ran out of the room, and then the thing like moved through the door, and he went out the door, and it was going down the basement. And he like asked his landlord about it, and he said some dude had committed suicide in the basement of that house.
Some heavy shit, man.
But the cat saw it. The cat saw it too.
Yeah.
Before there's a nest over here, and there was like a baby bird that fell out on the grass, and it's like, you know. So it came out, filmed this, and
Nice.
picked up the little baby, and I put it in there, and it fell out again.
How exciting.
It's so, because Tubbs came here, and he's like, I got this thing, and it goes like this. I love everyone. Where? Yeah. I'm in love with everyone, or something like that. I'm like, wow, what a great theme, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know, because you're in your place, and I'm not, everybody's in their place, and all this is kind of, oops, chicken,
Right.
coming together in a really cosmic kind of way.
Awesome.
I'm glad you're here.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here. Cool. Well, this is the place.
Let's go this way.
Yeah.
This is Kenny, the guitar whisperer.
That's really cool.
He fixes guitars,
Oh, you
repairs.
told me
Yeah,
about
he's
the guitar
good.
whisperer, yeah.
This is Jay-Z, I think it is.
J. Isaac.
JX.
J. Isaac.
Oh, Jay Isaac. It's hard out here for a pimp when there's trying to make the money for the rent and all the Cadillacs. Yeah, that's. I'm trying to teach him hustle and flow. He doesn't know what it is.
Hey.
How you doing?
Jen, this is CJ.
CJ, good to meet you finally. I've heard about you.
How you feeling, man?
It's pretty bad right now, but I'm gonna get there.
Sure.
Just a moment
CJ's a migraine.
He had me at the beginning. He had me at the beginning.
Wow.
So there's a lot of stuff in there,
It's awesome.
but there's a guy there's a bunch of gold records there, and he's coming in to mix this. So that's an abundance of stuff on there that you can really go through and edit and pick and choose and stuff. So, you know, it's kind of a brain dump.
All right, here's what we have here. I'm going to mix this thing today. The first 2 minutes, what we have is Jeff Beck meets with Maurice White of Earth, Wind, and Fire on Rosarita Beach during spring break. And they put together this intro with a driving beat. Suddenly, Pink Floyd parachutes into a stage run by the Dahlias, and he's got all his video stuff going on, and they go into this spooky, wild, interesting beat, and suddenly they're back on the beach again, doing the Jeff Beck thing. So I'll mix that.
Not
He had me at the beginning.
say it plain without singing it.
He had me at the beginning.
More talking, less whisper.
More talking, less whisper.
He had me at the beginning.
Quicker.
Quicker.
Like, I could just see heads like popping up. Frump, that's it. Frump, that's it. Next scene.
What about just setting up like a snare and a hi-hat, and you guys bring your guitars in there and we get a couple passes of you just jamming the song?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
With my Padres jersey on.
Yeah.
And those sunglasses.
What do you think?
It was a great experience.
At the end of the video, at the end of the day, at the end of the 24-hour period, how does it feel to have done this all?
I wish I had 24-hour periods. It feels good, really good, actually. We really kind of trusted the creative process and just sort of followed things where they led us rather than trying to create too much. We created too, but it felt like, a good team effort by a lot of contributors.
I had a good time today.
Awesome. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What are your feelings at this hour of the evening?
Second wind achieved.
The adrenaline's kicked in for you?
Yeah, well, I brought some extra adrenaline in my suitcase.
That's what I thought.
Take your partner and hold her lightly and fold her a little bolder. Just work your shoulders, snap your fingers, one and all in the hall and the ball. That's all. Yep.
She had me at the beginning.
He had me.
She had me at the beginning.
He had me.
She had me at the beginning.
He had me.
She had me at the beginning.
He had me.
She had me at the beginning.
He had me.
She had me at the beginning. Yeah. At the beginning.
At the beginning.
Come back. Yeah. And go away. Yeah.